Yo, 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 what's good? What's good, guys? What is good, everybody? Yep, we're here. Another day of 3D modeling is upon us. Happy Sunday, yo. How how are you guys doing? Quickly, cause I really don't have so much time. We're going to model something out of the list today, but I really want to check if live stream works. Live stream is good. So let's just check. We're going to model something out of the list today, but I really want to check if live stream works. Live stream is good. All right. Live stream checks. Live stream is good. So the plan is to do two streams today, but I'm not going to be doing it back to back. And the reason I'm not going to be doing it back to back is yeah, we've been having a little bit of like an electricity issue, so I wouldn't I wouldn't be on stream for so long. So I would do one right now, maybe an hour or an hour 30 minutes. Then I would later in the evening come on and just do the another one for today. And the reason I'm doing two is that I think I missed one recently that I need to catch up on. So the one we're doing today, we're going to model in a TV remote, right? I already have project files prepared already. And the reason I had this prepared was that I had to look for references that worked, so I don't have to come on stream and start trying to figure out references. Um, for the texturing of this, I'm leaning towards the Ian Hubert style of texturing, where it's just like an image projection. I'm not doing like actual like 100% texturing. So I'm going to start from the front right here. First of all, I'm going to bring in a cube, scale that all the way down. I'm going to scale this on the z-axis just so it's flush with our product image right there. And on the side view, I'm going to scale this on the y. So it's a little bit close to it. But when I come out of this, it looks too fat for a remote. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to scale it even further. Because that doesn't look right. I don't know if it's just me. It doesn't look right at all. So I'm going to apply that scale. And in the front view, or let's go to the orthographic view, I'm going to select both at the back right here and just bevel all that, right? I'm going to give it, I think this amount of segments looks good. Then I'm going to shade auto smooth that, right? We have that one unlock. And on the side view right here, I want to come up here and try to rearrange this point so that it flows perfectly in this arc. So right here, we have this and it looks good. Right here, I'll just move this on the Z, move this on the Z, move this on the Z, move this just a little bit so it's close to the structure that we're trying to achieve. And this, I'm going to move all the way down. So cool. Looking at this, it looks like this face right here is struggling because it is very, very low density. It doesn't have any vertex holding it and supporting it rather. So I am going to connect some of this just so it provides support for that part. And we see that the face now puffs up the way it should look. J. Great. So I am going to select this face. I probably would want to bevel this face, but not right now. I'll do that at a later time. I'm going to select these edges and I want to provide supporting edge to connect to this and to these two vertex points here. So I can convert this into an edge, bevel this all the way to this point, and then I can J and J to connect. So I'm going to select both and I'm going to use this point as a pivot point, change my entire pivot point to active element, and I'm going to do SX0. So we know that this line is very straight, right? Just so I don't do that again, I'm going to mirror this to the other side and have that mirror applied. So we have that. I'm going to take out this middle line right here. And next thing I'm going to do is, I probably also want to mirror this vertically too. So I'm going to mirror this on the vertical also. So that's good. Right here, I want to select this edge, come onto the front view. I'm just going to move it on the Z just a little bit so that I can now bevel. Now I don't even think I need to move it. I can just bevel all of that like that, just like so. And yeah, I think it looks good. The only thing I'm bothered about right now is these edges do not, or rather these vertices do not connect well. I'm kind of bothered about it, but I'm just going to pay it no mind for now. So we have that. I just hope it doesn't come back to haunt me in a way, you know. Let me quickly look for reference for a TV remote. Okay, right here. Would see that there is kind of a ridge down here, like a spacing, so to speak. Like you can even see it clearly here. So I'm going to try to create this right here. And in order to do that, I'm selected this entire loop. I'm going to bevel that first. Go to view frame. No. View frame selected. And I'm going to bevel that. I'm going to bevel it in a way that it looks flat first. Then I'll apply another bevel that a little bit. And this is what I'm going to extrude along normals. Then I'm going to extrude this along the normals, just like so. So we have this. I am going to select those boundary loops. I almost want to bevel that, but no, I'm not going to bevel it right now. It's almost insignificant. I can't really see that difference like that. So I want to go back and maybe make the bevel bigger. I'm going to apply one in between, make that huge, and then I can extrude this along just like so. So this is cool. I'm going to shade auto smooth. Can already see that this face right here is already being problematic. And I think that's because of these edges. Right now it doesn't look problematic at all, and that's because we have taken out those edges. But then this is just it's not looking round, basically. So I can correct this by subdividing on this side and probably just connecting just like so. And probably do the same to this side too. Subdivide, connect this to this. I feel like going all the way back here to this point and undo all of that. Let me see. Let me try this. Select boundary loops. Then I can select this, select this, select this. Right, let's see. Let us see. If I can add just a slight bevel to this. And apply a subdivision if it works. Yeah. I think subdivision is perfect. So I'm going to Mirror this to the other side, and yeah, looks good. Looks good to me. And next, I'm going to do is probably want to do the back of the remote. So right here, you would see just a cutout basically. So I'm going to bring in a cylinder first. Cylinder RX or just R90 or R90 again. I don't want to do this. R90, RZ90. So I'm going to scale this down. I'm just going to bring this to this point right here. I'm going to use this as a Boolean object to just take out that part of the remote, basically. GY scale. All right. So I'm going to GX it into this a little bit, but I want to make sure I have the right amount of vertices to connect to, right? So right here, I feel like you see this loop right here. I'm going to add one more. We, right from the point of contact, I think I want to bring this on the Y a little bit. And the reason I'm doing that is if you look here, I want the cylinder contact with the remote to start right from this edge. So I don't have to add in another edge loop to support this line right here. So I'm going to bring this on the Y axis, bring it up, just like so. I think I need to do one more. GY, one more. That looks good. GY. Okay. So right here, this faces, I want to bevel that first. I want to bevel these faces, right? And I added a subdivision, and adding a subdivision is going to make this place so much more complicated and dense. So maybe I don't want to add in a subdivision, right? And then I can do my Boolean operation. I'm going to switch off my subdivision while doing that. Boolean operation difference. It doesn't even look like anything like it affected the remote in any way. So I'm going to go into it, just into it a little more. Yeah. I think that's good. Let me add the subdivision to this and see. Let me go to the side view, see what that looks like. I think I'm going to eat into it more. So that's good. I'm going to come here to see where this starts from. Starts from the edge right here. So maybe I want to move it back in even more. So that's cool. I'm going to come on here, applied Boolean operation. And this is what we have as the final mesh, but we have to clean this up, definitely. So I am going to select this loop. I already know that this one is just going to connect to the center easily. GY or GX. It's going to connect to this point, easy. We need a few more to connect all of this. So I'm going to bring one to this side, one to this side, one to this side, and one to this side. That's cool. I'm going to J connect this, J connect this, J. I'm just going to connect these points just like so. Right, and also J. Ooh. Let me use a knife tool to connect both. I'll come to the front view and use that knife tool to connect just like so. I'll do the same for this side too. All right. So this looks good. What I want to do next is I'll select this entire loop right here. I don't know, this is not working. I don't know what's going on here. Why this line? Okay, I think this pole right here, we shouldn't have a pole right here, right on the edge of a cutout like this. So these poles, they're a problem. But I think I have double edge or double vertices on one point there. So let me do merge by distance first. It's not working. But if you come here, click one, you see that it's like this vertex is different from, it's not like it's like it is definitely different from that one. So I want to, let me see, can I delete that vertex? I cannot. Can I dissolve it and then join both? No. Then maybe I can merge, select this, or select both vertices at this point and then merge at last. Okay, I think it really solves for that line when we merge those two. So I'm going to do the same for this one, merge at last. Perfect. Right here, it looks like we need some edge loops here to connect. So I'm going to connect this and do merge at last for this. Same is going to apply right here. One here, here, here. So I'm just going to J to join those. And I think we have good topology down there. I'm going to do the same for this side. Honestly, I'm going to do this right here, and then this. So yeah, let's just join. I don't think this needs a joining, so I'm going to dissolve that edge. So this looks good to me. I think I need to do the same that I did for the former one. Merge this at last, and we have solved for this side. So I'm just going to mirror this to the other side, just like so. So this looks good. Though, am I able to select this edge and make a bevel out of it? I doubt, but let me see. Select. Even if I make a bevel, this line is going to disturb it. Most definitely, as a matter of fact. So I want to make this have its own parts, right? Dissolve this edge, and then all of this vertices, just like so. I'm going to slide it out of place. I'm going to slide these vertices out. Or I think this is okay. GG. Sweet. So I'm just going to smooth. I'm going to relax it first. Yeah, I just think it needs to be relaxed. Then mirror this to the other side. So right here, I can select these edges, and I can bevel it. So if I turn on subdivision on this, it's perfect. Something else I want to account for is if you look at the back of this, you'll see there's a line that runs all around just like so. So I want to create that too. In order to do that, I would remove that bevel I just applied, and then I want to create a circle out of this. Let's see. Inserts, circle, scale that down, and nope, it's not going to work. So I'm just going to just leave this part like this, basically. I didn't even check the stream whether there's anybody on. Let me quickly check. I didn't even check the stream whether there's anybody on. Let me quickly check. William, my guy, Ore. I didn't even check. The... stream. What's up, bro? How are you? Happy Sunday. Yeah, network that I used to stream. So I think it's been like 3 or 4 months now. I got that Airtel 5G outdoor unit kind of thingy. And like I just be doing subscription and just enjoying myself, being able to stream from my TV. Whenever I come home, I don't need to bother about data and stuff. And it just occurred to me that I am probably not utilizing it as much. So I just started kind of like using it to stream and stuff. And I think it's good. To be honest, it's not as strong as some other streaming network. This is like running at 7 MB per second. Some other streaming network requires like 20 MB per second, but then it's not heavy streaming. It's like light streaming, so to speak. So I'm not required to like do so much as such, But yeah, it's good. It works, especially for the area that I'm in. MTN is not as solid, but then thinking back, I felt like I should have gotten MTN Fiber X, but this is serving the purpose. I don't want to have any form of regret about that purchase. But yeah, that's just a long form of saying that I am using Airtel, basically. So I'm going to go to the buttons, and right here, I'm going to bring in a cube, scale that down. And what I'm trying to do now is create a Boolean operation that would knock out all of this button spaces in the remote. And then I'll use that same Boolean object to create the buttons itself. So let's do that first. So I'm going to bring this on here. I feel like this reference, I want to brighten it up a little bit so I can see where those buttons are. Yep. So it's right here. So I'm going to scale this on the Z, scale this up a little more. And I'm going to GZ right here. And I'm going to GY, bring it into position right here. On the side view, let me see how punchy this should be. GY. I think it should just come out a little bit like so. So that's good. On the front face, I'm going to Shift D X, move this out, and repeat that operation. Right here, I can Shift D Z, bring this up, Shift D Z, bring this up. I'm going to leave this space right here because the buttons around here are just kind of special looking. All of this around here, they're going to have a separate Boolean operation. You know what? I'll treat this differently. So I'm going to select this, bring this up, and this is going to be its separate Boolean. I can Shift D, Y, Shift D, Z, and Shift D, X. And the reason I'm doing all four together without having to add that bevel is that I want to be able to select this edges right here and then bevel it into that shape. But before I do that, let me apply scale and then bevel into that shape. So that's cool. Oh, but I need one of this. So I'm going to undo that. L, Shift D, and Z. Then I can select those edges again and bevel. Right? So right here, I can Shift D, X. I can Shift D, X. Rotate this by 90 and G into position SX. Just like so. And with this, I can Shift D and Z. Scale this down, but I think my pivot point is still active element. I need to change this to bounding box so I can scale in a way that feels natural rather. For these buttons, these have a different shape. Like it's definitely not going to be a flat volume button. Like it's going to have a notch on top or some kind of swelling on top to indicate that you are on the plus side or you're on the negative side of the volume. So I'm going to try to account for that when I'm creating the buttons. So we have this. Next I'm going to select this same one, Shift D, rotate this by 90, scale this down, and SX. I can Shift D, X this, repeat that, select this, Shift D, Z, and I can repeat, right? And then I can duplicate this into this position right here. I think this needs to be scaled a little bit. And right here, I'm going to call my cursor to this point, and then I'm going to bring in a cylinder. The cylinder is going to face me. And the reason I want that is that I want to use that to knock out the power position. Let me see if this guy said any more thing. The reason I want that is that I want to use that to knock out the yeah, the best. Like, it's actually really good. It's actually really good. But my fear with Airtel is that they are using the 50 MB price, that's the 25K bundle, to just acquire customers. They're using that to bring people into the system, try to get them used to the product. And then somewhere towards the middle or the third quarter, those guys are going to spike that price. I don't know why I have that thought in mind, but like, Airtel sort of feels like too good to be true in a way, because the price is fair, the network is strong, and same applies to FiberX too. So what they're going to do, they're going to increase the price of this, and then they're going to bring in a cheaper bundle. And that's kind of a prediction I'm having. So let's do our Boolean operation. But before I do that, don't want to apply my subdivision first, because I know adding a Boolean operation to this let me even do it so that you guys will see. I'm going to shade smooth. Adding a Boolean operation to this while subdivision is still active, it's just going to be a mess of a mesh. So I'm going to do difference. And okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. I think the only place we're having troubles is right here, and that's because there's a curve. Every other place, because it's a flat surface, the Boolean operation looks good. So I think I want to apply this subdivision. And our merge looks insane actually. Like, why is this happening here? Why are there so many points on here? Okay. So long as the surface work, I'm good. So I'm going to do a difference, and I'm still seeing that. You know what? I'm going to leave the subdivision and do that same knockout. Right here, I want to duplicate these vertices that I used for knocking out the remote buttons, and then I'll create a solid out of this first. Then I'll move that to the collection while I turn off the cutters. I'm sure, like, Daniel, I wonder how you understand. I don't even think are you understanding what I'm doing at all? Or you're just like kind of supporting the stream? Because with the way I'm talking, I think even beginners, it'll be hard for beginners to follow. I think mostly like intermediate people will be able to kind of like get, what I'm doing. And yeah, I'm intentionally making it not beginner friendly, because beginner friendly stuff will make the tutorial drag. It's going to be really long. I might have to explain every step. But yeah, I'm just wondering, because I'm just putting myself in the shoe of a beginner. It's going to be difficult to follow. So yeah, I'm just going to select all of these buttons. Right? All of it. I think I won't select these ones. I'll do a different bevel for this. But these other cubes, they look like bevels that are just really simple to achieve. So I've selected all those. I'm going to scale, but I'm going to use individual origins as the pivots and just scale this down a smidge. So this looks good. After I'm done, I'll first of all apply scale and then smooth those out just like so. Then I would shade smooth. I think this bevel is either too small or too much. Let me see. Shade smooth. Okay. So the volume button that we talked about, I'm going to separate this into their own separate collection. And I'll go to the side view right here and see what that volume button exactly. You see the curve? Like, I know you just can't be straight, basically. So I'm going to select this bevel all the way to this point, right around here. And right here, I can GY. I can delete this one and just create one and duplicate to the other side. So I can select this, GY, move it in, and I can create a curve around here. I can bring my origin to, give me a second, please. I can bring my origin to geometry. And then flip this to the other side, just like so. Can apply this, and this loop is just, you know what, let me go back because I need to show the right way of actually creating this bevel I did here. I shouldn't just select this edge alone, you know. I should select this entire loop, like just this entire thing right here. And if I bevel it, it's just going to bevel naturally. So yeah, I think that's good. Do I want to apply? Yeah, I think I want to use select boundary loops right here, right here, right here, right here. Same thing applies to this. I think this back ones too should have bevel on it, and then right here. So I can select this. Yeah, I can select this and then just bevel that, just like so. Yep. So I don't know if I will be able to, yeah, maybe I can just select this and just move to the other side, just like so. Yep, that's sweet. So I'm going to go back to the main one. I think this one's too probably have to have like a separate mesh. Select all of this, and I'm going to use a bevel modifier this time. Q bevel. Yeah, that's good. I can apply that bevel. I don't know what this line is. What's this line? It's a weird line here. I don't know what this line is. All right, so we have our remote looking good. Up top here, let me see, let me show you. Up top around here, there's a boolean exactly where the light bulb is going to stay. So I want to do that. I can bring the cursor to this point. I think this cylinder, I need to trace this cylinder to the bevel. So I can select this bevel and then maybe also scale down so that it shows that it's contained in something. So I'm going to bring in a cone to this point, separate that. I'm going to RX 90, no? Bounding box RX 90, RX 180, not 90. GZ, bring this up to the surface. Select this auto smooth, and I'm going to bring this origin to geometry and then scale down. So right here, I can GZ, scale this, GZ, GZ, GY. So right here, I can do a difference boolean, scale this GZ into position just like so. And yeah, then we got this. I'm going to apply this boolean. Ooh, no, I'll apply that boolean. That looked wild just now. Exactly. See, it's all messy, all messed up. So in order to just actually work with this mesh properly, I'm going to apply that subdivision. And then I think now I should be able to apply this boolean and take this out. Right here, I'm going to select this and just bevel that. And the reason I'm doing that is I want to shade smooth this. I don't know why this edge right here is just not smooth. Undo that. I'm going to go back to the boolean itself and make sure that that cone is smooth. I'm going to make sure that this cone is smooth. I can shade auto smooth. Let me try to apply the boolean and see. Okay. I'm not exactly comfortable with the way it looks right here. How am I going to troubleshoot this? If I bring in a cone with more sides, it's going to make this part really, really janked up. Do I want to go back to where I still had the subdivision in? Undo. Yep, right here. Our boolean object is still live at this point. If I apply this, it looks wild. What if, okay, I'm going to do an inverse bevel for this. Let me see. It's been a while I did this trick, but let me just try. Shift D, bring this up to the surface, scale down. It's not even going to work because it's not a flat surface. This trick is not going to work. I can GZ close to the surface and I'll just start bringing vertices down. Just GZ, GZ, GZ. Bringing down these vertices. This is not going to work. It is not going to work. Let me see. Nope. Back up, back up, back up. All right. Then I think it's just going to be like this. I'm going to hide this quarter, basically. And then I'm going to, at this point, bring in just the UV sphere to represent the bulb right there. This I'm going to multiply by 2. And this I'm going to multiply by 2. So that's cool. Select this, scale this in, and shade auto smooth to GZ. I'm going to scale this down, just like so. This is too big. I think this is good. Slot it in there. Merge at last. This looks like it needs edge loops right here. Join, join. Okay. Sweet. I think, okay, no, apart from this, I'm not done. I need to create for this part. So I'm going to bring in, turn on the references. Why am I not seeing the references, please? All right. So right here, I want to, I'll bring the color to this point. I'm going to bring in a cube, and all of those vertices I want to collapse to the center. And with this, I can create this shape right here. So I can just basically move things around, just like so. SZ0. And can I can't bring cursor to center, so I just have to go around it to this point, to this point, and then I'm going to fill that. Select this to just move things around a smidge, and select all, and I'll fill that face first, and then I'll use vertex bevel to create this part. So for this, I'm going to extrude this a little bit, and then I'm going to shade auto smooth and then GY. Knock it in just like so. I'm going to select this too, and I'm going to difference, and yeah, looks good. So I want to call back that boolean. That's this. What do I need to call it back for? I don't think I need to call it back. No. Right. So I can go to the front view and just start creating these buttons basically. I'm going to bring in a cube again. Scale down, scale on the Z, and just start fitting it into position right here. Shift D, SZ, scale, SZ, G into position. And then right here, I can SX, I can GZ this, and scale this on the X. Yep. I want to bring the cursor to this point and just use this as the pivot for all of this. I can mirror this to this side, and then can I duplicate that and then rotate? I don't think so. Apply the mirror and rotate. I'm going to bring origin to geometry so I can be able to rotate that smoothly. So I can SX scale this until it fills out the entire shape, and then select this to, I'm going to apply geometry to mesh and then join all of that. So these are going to be our buttons. I'm going to come to the side right here and see how far that should be. GY. I think generally these buttons look too punchy. They look too out, too much. So I'm going to just reclude most of them in just a bit. Let me just do this. I'm going to bevel. And yeah, button is good. So all of these buttons, I'm going to move it back into space. I need to be deeper. Not this. It's too much. GY. GY. All right. All right. Fly. This looks good. GY. Um, so texture. I'm going to do a little bit of texturing before I end the stream. I'm going to end the stream in like, let me see. Stream is on for 5 minutes. Like, I think at the hour mark I should be done. The reason I want to texture is I want to do that projection style texturing to see how it's going to look. Basically, I think which one is the clear one? This is not clear. This is the clear one right here. So all the buttons I'm going to select. Oh no, let me just make the body black first, and maybe slightly glossy like this. I'm seeing something weird here. Hmm. I'm going to put two loops right here. I'm going to merge this at last and then join. Then this, I probably want to merge all of this at last here. Still looks okay, it's better now. Right here, I already have the texture applied. I'm going to bring in this into place, and then I want to pack all my resources because I might delete all of this from my system and I want them stored locally in Blender. So I can connect this, and we see that we're already getting some action here, but I'm going to select all of this and then I'm going to project from view just like so. And then with this, I can highlight all of it and then scale. And I want to just put it on the texture itself right here. Just like an approximate position of this thing. I feel like I should pin one and then use that one as a pivot point for the rest. So I'm just going to pin this right here. And then from here, I'm going to use, I can't use this as an active element. Oh my God. But okay, it's looking like it's going into place slowly. So I'm going to scale, move around a little bit, scale GZ. Let's try GZ, GX. Can I select all of this and just move individually? So let's look at the model. Wow, looking like something. So I'm going to take out all of, I love what this is looking like. I'm really satisfied with like the progress and what it looks like. I'm going to make it really rough, and then the base color I'm going to add. Is it specularity I'm going to reduce or add? Okay, no. I'm going to add in a curve. Okay. Yeah, that's good. So same applies to this, right? No, I'm going to link this material first. And then this I'm going to project from view, come on to this side, and then I'm going to G right here, scale down, and that's good. These buttons I'm going to link to this material, select all, you project from view, and then G scale. Then this I'm going to GX into place just like so. So we have that. I think this insert here, I'm going to add this boolean, and then this right here, I'm going to select more, and then I'm going to give this a different black, a much more rough texture, remove all of that specularity, and assign. Okay. But the difference is not so, it's not so much. You know what? Let me see if I can select this entire edge and just bevel that. Let's try. Why? Bevel. It's just a mess. No, I'm not doing that. I beg. Uh let's do for this. Link material. Select this. Project from view. I'm going to come to the UV map and move this into position just like so. Okay. Then I can link this to and then project from view. Move this into place scale. And yeah. I feel like the body is just too glossy. Like it's not that glossy, bro. Like calm down. So yeah, I think we got the remote. The only thing is that I probably want this back to have a little bit of a different material, but we're not going to do that today, man. Yeah. So let me just check the stream one time before I call it a day for this stream, and then I'll be back. This is 6:30. I should be back by like say 9. Let me see. Is there a football match today? If there's a football match by 9, I will be back by 9. If there's none, I'm probably going to be back by 10. I think they should be playing FA Cup today. Well, let me see. Nah, no major. Okay, yeah, we have I think they're already playing the last of the FA Cup already, and Arsenal is already winning 4-0. So I'm not going to be on until like 9:30, 10-ish. So yeah, let me just go check the stream one more time, and I'll be out of here. I don't know what I'm going to model next. Yeah, I have to think of that. Let me just go check the stream one more time, and I'll be out of here. Why are there so many comments though? Jeez. Wait though. Whoa, this was 20K before. Daniel, like the price for the 50 megabyte per second, was that really 20K before? Because if it was 20K before, then I think that is what's going to happen like mid-year. Those guys are going to crank up the price. How do you manage with this, guys? Yo, I think that's one way I just try to maintain sanity, because I mean, some people would say if you have so many tabs, you end up just looking messy as a designer. You end up looking like you're really not straightforward thinking. But somehow these things help me, because I land on something that opened like weeks ago that I wanted to watch, but I didn't have the time. And right there, I'm getting the information and just watching it and closing that tab. So yeah, it's helpful to some, and for some, it makes them look or it makes them just feel untidy somehow. But like, it's really helpful to me to have so many information open. I can always go back to some whenever I need them. For some, keep going, bro, because if you know how to model this anything, thank you. I don't really know what you said. I'm not really sure of the sentence, but like, yeah, love. Shout out to you. Yeah, watching and supporting. I figured actually. But yeah, shout out to you, man. Like, I've said it before, and I'm probably going to say it again. Like, on IG, you're always like supporting me, and I see you. I won't lie. So yeah, that's about it, guys. So long. And until I see you in the next one, it's going to be peace. But I'm looking at my chart now, and I see that when the YouTube live is being replayed after the fact, I never see the chat. I do not see chat at all. So I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to fix that. Let me see. Hmm. Modeling water. Modeling water, like it's tricky. It's really tricky. And it's tricky based on the purpose that you're modeling for. If you're modeling for like games, oh my god. Modeling for games is crazy, in fact. Like that's like next level. If you're modeling for VFX, you're modeling for what else again? I'm modeling for commercials. That's not so hard. Because you don't really need to take care of booleans and stuff. But if you're modeling for games, oh my god. No wala, bro. I'll catch you at 9:30, man. I need to bounce. So yeah. Bye guys.